intermediate setting wheel. We jismed our free cannon pinion right here. I'm going to lubricate the minute wheel arbor with HP. You want to inspect your winding pinion to make sure you got the right side down, and there's a beveled edge on the pinion, on the teeth, that smooths it out, and you want that down because that's where it engages the teeth of the sliding pinion. If the teeth are too sharp, you're prone to gnarly up the teeth on the sliding pinion. I think that's probably my biggest fault on a Rolex is if you don't get it just right, you can chew up the teeth on the sliding pinion. That's our minute wheel. Right here. Get them on there. There we go. Okay. And now the hour wheel will sit on there, but you don't need them yet because we got to work on the date. Here's our day wheel. So we want to lubricate just a hair where it sits right here with a little HP. That's right there. Just a little bit. Set that day wheel on there. Done. And then we're going to put our
that's the date wheel.
Date wheel on. Okay, and then we're going to put our first, this is the maintaining plate for it. Sometimes a little tricky to pick it up because it's so thin. I'll pick it up like that. And it goes right here. Like that. You get a little bit of shape to help guide you. Now, obviously, when you're doing this, you don't want to be like making too big movement, making your movements too abrupt because it just makes things fly because they're so small, light, like this plate. There we go. And then we'll drive that screw home. Right there. And sometimes you can hold the plate down if you feel you need more steady. That's it. And then we'll kind of, I'm trying to keep my fingers out of the way for you.
Yeah, that's perfect. We can see really well from up here.
So I'm going to tighten this down. But sometimes if I pull too hard, it'll pull the movement out. But anyways, here we are. Setting mode. See what happened?
The date moves because you went to the date bit.
You know, it's just that this movement holder really doesn't hold this ETA movement very well. So let's get this date wheel back on. There we go. Get him back on. And I won't be doing that again. I was just trying to show you, but hey. Okay, so now we need to get this. This is the date wheel corrector spring plate. And now while I hold him down, I got to get this here secured so it doesn't flop around. There we go. So I got him in place. So I'm going to gently use my tweezer to get that corrector spring between the two teeth of the date wheel. And that went well.
Okay.
Okay, and now we're going to take this here plate. It's also a date wheel plate. It's got a pinion on it that is an intermediate pinion for the intermediate pinion for that it's conjunctive between the hour wheel and the date wheel. I think that's the right word. They work together. But I need to lubricate with some HP on the pivot right there. Just a little bit. There we go. And this goes on fairly drama-free. But you want to be gentle when you put it on. There we go. And it's amazing how everything works together here. So just drop it on its hole, and it will also fall onto its pivot too. And we're in good shape. Put that baby on there. Drive that screw home, and if you need stability, you can hold it down right here, so you can tighten that screw down. Tighten the screw down. Tighten the screw down. Okay, can you see through my fingers?
Hang on. Yeah, you just moved a little bit back.
Okay.
I'll follow you.
I'm going to put the hour wheel just to show you a completed.
That's going right in the middle there.
Yeah. So there's your setting. And we'll just review it real quick. Date wheel, hour wheel, washer, advanced wheel, pinion, corrector maintaining plate for the setting and motion works. Here's your little wigwam for the date, advance. So now, if you're still with me, we go into date position.
You can see it moving around.
Yeah, but we have a little bit of an issue here. It's not advancing as well as I like. Why?
Should it clunk in one go, or should it move slowly like that, in a smooth way?
Well, I have a problem in here, and we're going to find out what it is. See,
It's stopping.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a problem, so we're going to
So something's binding somewhere.
So we're going to fix that here. Let's see, we might pause to get a new part or whatever, but that didn't. So we're going to take off this plate.
So I'm going to leave it running while you're looking.
Yeah, you might as well.
I'm assuming it's probably something somewhere's getting a little bit bound. Also, it looked like it was moving smoothly. Would it not, with most of the dates I've seen on watches, they kind of do nothing and then they flip very quickly? Or does some move more slowly than that?
They don't all feel the same. But this one shouldn't act like that.
Just going to lift the whole date wheel up and have a look at it.
I want to make sure that this is tight. Our setting is fine. Okay, you can pause. We have a problem. We have something.
We'll have a quick ferret around.
Right.
Okay, so we've just paused it and unpaused it there so we didn't waste film just rummaging around. But what did you say you changed?
I think that I had my intermediate pinion, the setting pinion, wasn't grabbing, so I flipped it around and it's working fine now. So you can see the date.
You now got that steady movement without it getting caught at any point.
Yeah. So now we are going to lubricate I hate this movement. Driving me crazy. So we're going to lubricate this corrector right here. We're going to put a little bit of lube on them right here, look. So that the wheel, the teeth of the date wheel can slide by the corrector a little better. So we'll spread that oil around. So it's just a really faint sheen of oil on the tip of each
on every single little bit
tooth. So if you had a tiny drop there multiplied by 31 days, that's how much oil is spread
31st
to the 31 teeth. So micro dot time divided by 31. Okay, dial side's good, lubed up, date works. Bring that around.
Happy.
Now, on an ETA 2824, you set the date by turning backward. So our date flipped. I believe the date on this watch is down at 6. I think this is the date at 6. So I'm going to advance the date one more time. 53. We're good. Now I'm going to take the hour wheel off while we're working so we don't lose it. We're going to flip this around.